Hi, Daniel. Nice to see you
Hello.
again. Yeah. You leave earlier this morning for some chore?
Yeah, I did. But I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Had your lunch?
I did.
Good. Okay. Hola, are we ready now?
We're ready, Venerable.
Okay. Thank you. So, warmest greeting to everyone here in the afternoon session. Today, the sutta study will be about, the title is The Wisdom of the Sangha, where I choose one of the story from Dhammapada. It is called.
You want to go there?
Got it. Moment, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. We can share that. Just a second.
You share the text, please.
Yeah, I think I did. Let's see. Let's try again.
So we will discuss about the significance of Adhitthana. Adhitthana means the determination.
Let's see.
So the significance of Adhitthana for the spiritual growth. Okay, but before that, we will have a short meditation for about 15 minutes. Yeah, before the discussion. Okay. So let me ring the bell before we start. So take your comfort posture. Sit comfortably in any posture that suitable for you, that give much relaxation. Nice breathing in gently. Relax our body. And breathing out. Release the tiredness. Breathing in gently. And breathing out. Release the tiredness of the body. Breathing in gently. And breathing out. Release the tiredness. Now try to note the touching point between your buttock to the cushion. How is the feeling? Is there pressure there? Or heaviness? Do you feel some warmness at the touching point? Then come back to your breath. Breathing in again, gently. Breathing out. Release the tiredness of the body. So we also try to release the tiredness in the body through the touching point of the buttock towards the cushion that you sit on. Just release the tension, tiredness through the buttock towards the cushion. Release them out slowly, gently. Try to note the feeling which is clear and obvious to you on your body. If there's any soreness, or warm, or feeling of pain at your back, at your spinal cord, or behind your neck, noting the feeling. Then breathing in gently, noting the feeling, and breathing out, release the tense of the area of the body that you feel obviously. And when you do this, sometimes you might feel the body itself unknowingly taking a deep breath because you feel comfort after release the tense. Breathing in gently. Breathing out Release the tiredness. Of the body. If you found any part of the body that feel uncomfort, painful, or tense, breathe out and release those tense from the body. Gently. Breathing in the loving kindness to yourself. And breathing out the tiredness from the body. Gently. Do you feel any warmth at any part of the body? Noting them. If your mind is distracted by thoughts, planning, bring it back gently. And continue breathing in gently. Knowing the motion of the air coming through the nostril and breathing out. Release the tense in the body. Just imagine that you are alone now, sitting alone in your own space. This is your free time, your rest day. No one is going to disturb you from your sitting. You are off from all the duties. Putting down all the chores aside and enjoy your sitting session relaxingly. At this moment, you have no other responsibility no other duty, but only to take care of yourself. Nourish the mind. Allow it to have a rest. Without any thought or planning. Breathing in gently to nourish the body. And breathing out, releasing all the stress, discomfort, tension. Release them all through breathing out. Breathing in the loving kindness to your body. It has been serving you so long time for all the work that you wish to do. That it takes some rest by breathing in gently and bring the loving kindness to yourself. Breathing out, release all the tiredness that has been accumulated for a long time. Now is the end of the sitting session. Please take 3 deep breaths. Bring the mind back to the body. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes gently. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Nice to see each and every one of you. So we are going to start a sutta study session. But before that, let us recite Namo Tassa for 3 times together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So where is the share? So here we will share the screen on the sutta from Dhammapada, which we are going to discuss. Okay.
Move it.
Right,
There you go.
Okay. So this is Dhammapada verses number 104 and number 105. I will read this for you. So this is the story of the Brahmin, Anathapusaka.
Back again.
Okay.
There you go.
While residing at the Jetavana monastery, the Buddha uttered this verse, which refers to Anathapusaka, a Brahmin. On one occasion, a Brahmin by the name of Anathapusaka came to the Buddha and said to him, "Venerable Sir, I think that you know only the practices that are beneficial and not the practices that are unbeneficial. Can everyone hear me?" Okay, thank you. Thank you, Daniel. So then the Buddha enumerated the 6 practices which cause dissipation of wealth. The first, sleeping until the sun has risen. The second, habitual idleness. The third, cruelty. The fourth, indulgence in intoxicants which causes drunkenness and negligence. And the following is sauntering alone in streets at unearthly hours. And the last one, sexual misconduct. So this kind of 6 practices which the Buddha said cause dissipation of wealth. And further, the Buddha asked the Brahmin how he earned his living. And the Brahmin replied that he earned his living by playing dice, by gambling. Next, the Buddha asked him whether he won or lost. When the Brahmin answered that he sometimes lost and sometimes won, the Buddha said, to win a game of dice is nothing compared to a victory over moral defilements. And then the Buddha spoke about this verse. It is better indeed to conquer oneself than to conquer others. Neither a deva, deva means deities, nor a Gandhava, nor Mara, together with Brahma, can turn into defeat the victory of the man who controls himself. So this verse means that if we are able to conquer ourselves, that no one can conquer us. Yeah? Even the Deva, Gandhava, Mara, or Brahma, no one can conquer you. The best is conquer ourselves. There also another verse that talk about the king. Usually king want to take over other territory. They'll have war. So the Buddha say, instead of conquer others, it's better conquer yourself. You no need to have a war to fight with other people. But by conquering yourself, overcome our own defilements that we develop in the wholesomeness, right? And personally, for myself, I found that conquer oneself would be easier than conquer other. When we try to conquer other, we have to put a lot of efforts and spend a lot of time to use a lot of strategy, right? And keep on thinking, oh, in what way I can defeat others in many, many ways. But there is external thing. When we conquer ourselves, we are more happy. But I mean, on which aspect, in which area that we need to conquer ourselves? What do you think? How we conquer ourselves? Is there a need to conquer ourselves? What do you think? Do your mind listen to you all the time? Or do you need to conquer your mind? There's a need. Who have ever conquered yourself? Please tell me. Honestly, honestly, have you fight with yourself or you fight with other? Yes, please.
Yeah. Overcoming unhealthy cravings.
Unhealthy craving.
Conquering cravings
I
that
see.
do not serve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That you see, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good. You want to try?
Yeah, sometimes I want to conquer myself on the sleeping
Uh-uh.
pattern.
Conquer yourself
Yeah.
on sleepy pattern.
Yes, I want to
Mm.
wake up early.
Want to wake up
but,
early?
But 10 times I only wake up.
Out of 10 times, only wake up 2 early. Okay, got it. We give a chance to friends online. How about Davis?
You're wanting to know in what ways have I attempted to conquer myself?
Yes.
Hmm.
Have you ever did that?
Yes, definitely.
In what way? And have you succeed?
Yeah, I would say that the main way I've been working on conquering myself recently is in relation to my mother and father,
Mm-hmm.
because my tendency has been to be aversive toward them
Mm.
and to tell them what they should do. Like, I'm meditating, you should meditate. I'm waking up in this way, or I'm exercising in this way, you should do the same. So recently, my mother stopped drinking alcohol after many years of drinking too much alcohol. And I've been communicating to her consistently how much I love her and how, for anything that she did that she feels wasn't right, I forgive her. And in this way, rather than trying to tell her what she should do, which is my own pattern of aversion, I'm actually conquering myself by connecting to the metta, the gratitude, the humbleness and humility in my heart. Because she did enough. She raised me when I couldn't do anything for myself. So to realize that more fully, I have to conquer myself and be disciplined in how I express myself to her.
Well done. I think this is really, one of the easiest way how you influence the people around, like being understand and have compassion for them, be patient for ourselves. One of the way we conquer ourselves, be patient. Sometimes we do not have much patience. That's why we have anger, hatred toward other people who doesn't really listen to us, even we do the thing for their benefits. Yeah, because of lack of patience. And where there's patience, things just change naturally with the loving kindness that we have on them, understanding them why they behave like this for a long, long time and why they couldn't change. Yeah. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu for you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Gratitude for your listening.
How about Daniel? Would you like to try?
Yeah. I don't know if I have quite a striking an example, but I think for me, a lot of it comes in just sort of living our day-to-day lives. There's so many opportunities to become irritated or frustrated, whether driving or running errands or just the normal kind of hustle and bustle of keeping things going. And I tend to, say to myself, if you can't let go of frustration, can you be patient? And if you can't be patient, can you at least not say anything? And so I try to sort of have that hierarchy at least when dealing with just sort of the inevitable frustrations of life. I tend to find it a lot. Driving can be a good practice in terms of the ability to let go of frustration, but also to be kind to others. Can you let someone go first? Can you let someone go in? Can you look the other way if someone driving, maybe aggressively? So yeah, that's how at least I strive, sort of develop self-mastery.
Then it gives you a better mood of the day, better emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Driving
sometimes like you're angry with the condition on the road, it doesn't help. It's still the same.
exactly.
Okay, our friends. Our new friends here. Okay. Don't be shy. Just discussion of the Dhamma together.
Yeah, I know it's very easy to get angry.
Easy to get anger.
Try to keep my patience
Mm.
day by day and try to live.
So in that way you conquer yourself, try to conquer yourself.
Sometimes
I see. Sometimes with other people.
especially with a close group.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, especially good friends, family members. So easily we are agitated and angry with them because we think that they should do like this, follow what I say. We have expectation, right? And do you find that like conquer oneself is easier than conquer other, or the opposite way? How about Elaine?
I feel that conquering yourself, you have some control. Conquering others, not so much. I'm learning not to judge my husband so much because now I understand that what I see, what I'm judging in him is what I can't judge in myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm judging those qualities in him that I should be judging in myself. Does that make sense?
Yes, understand.
Thank you.
Mm.
But it's easier to change my ways and hopefully, well, just help make it a kinder world.
Thank you for your input. personally, I feel that like if we change the focus towards ourselves, we require ourselves to change. That, very helpful in develop the good quality rather than we focus of other. Hey, you should do like this, like this. You are like, always fighting versus, imperfect, looking on other people that make so much suffering to other and also to yourself. Even ourselves are not perfect. And when the Buddha teaches us to practice, he teaches us to look at our own mind, to look at our speech and action. He doesn't teach us to get liberation from looking at other and correct other people. Although we might be kind, be good friend to our friends here, Dhamma friends, and tell people, advise people, oh, you should not do like this. You should do, for example, you should not steal or you should not tell lie. So you should give like encouragement words to your friends, to your kids, not blame them or be harsh to them. We give some good advice as a good friend, Sanghamitta, to people around us. That's our job, but that's not our job that to, to like force other people, whether they want to change or not to change, that's their choice. We share what is good for their benefits, just like what Davis was sharing. He wants his mother not to take alcohol anymore. But if you by way of force, it doesn't work. Will not work. Yeah. But sometimes when we change ourselves, be more compassion and understanding, then our heart is soft. When our heart is soft, the words we say are different. We are expressing our love to that person, and then they can feel it. They can understand why we want them to be like that. And then they start to listen. If you find faults with, like, for example, your partner, I don't think he will like to hear that, right? He will say, you also the same, like me. Why you want to correct me? Correct yourself first, right? So this is not a good cycle. You're blaming him and he is criticized about you, right? Yeah. But when we look at ourselves first, we correct ourselves, improve ourselves, people see that even without we say anything, they were influenced by that. They will change by themselves. Just like you say, like a magic, but it's a Dhamma. I have my sister here, Samaneri Ariyadhammajivi from Cambodia. I believe she has a lot to share as well for this topic. Can you see her?
You need to lower down the screen a little.
Lower down the screen. Oh, okay. Okay.
Hi, conquer myself. I reflect back in my life, what have I done to conquer myself? I've reflected back, everything I got was given to me, include life, everything. So I use gratitude, and gratitude gave me a different perspective, allow me to look at all the positive things that's happening around me. So therefore, gave me a happy mind. And my interaction with others become positive and getting good results out of that. And to accompany that, I use initiative because I have gratitude of everything that I've been receiving from everybody to allow me to work on myself. What can I do to help to pay back my gratitude? The Buddha praised these two qualities. So I've also noticed that because I've been using these principles, when certain what you call that response that somebody's saying to me, or a reaction that I should have respond negatively, but somehow naturally at that moment I couldn't do it. And then after a few moments, I realized I so appreciate so much. What if I respond, angrily or harshly? What would happen? But I realized that I couldn't do that at the moment. So I think these two principles allow me to really stop me from from doing spontaneous respond that I would regret later. So so that has been I really appreciate that, and I think because of the way I see things positively and try to help other, and it's allow me to do that. So I would like to work on that, and yes, gratitude and take initiative also could be overburdened sometimes. So I still need to continue to work on that. So I just want to share that much so far.
Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So I would like to link back this discussion to our topic today, which is Adhitthana. Adhitthana in English translation is determination, strong determination for the spiritual growth. How is it that Adhitthana, determination, in connect with conquer ourselves? So I think first thing we need to have the right view. Have the right view, then we know where's our destination or our goal. Then we plan the strategy to conquer ourselves, how to reach the goal, right? For example, after many years of study in Buddhist University for a Tipitaka, for the Pali text, Buddhist text, the philosophy, then I'm thinking about one thing. Initially, when I thinking about to ask permission from my parents to get ordained, so what is my goal? What I want to do, the intention to live homeless life is to attain Nibbana, right? Then how to attain Nibbana now? After you study the scripture, you need to put into the practice. It is not like, okay, after study 8 years, 10 years, then the second stage I start to practice. But during the time that we study the text, also every day, daily life, we are practice in the Buddhist monastery where is the Sangha university, where many, like 99% of Sangha member are the students. So we study the text. But what I mean is that now, after studying many years, then we should put into intensive practice, where you focus more on the practice rather than you do the Tipitaka study or do the research on the Pali text. When I go to focus on this second part, there's one thing come to me. I came to learn that the meditation teacher, that's the Sayadaw in Burma, where I do my research work in the Buddhist University. When I visit the meditation center and learn from Sayadaw, and I asked him a question. I said, Sayadaw, how to attain Nibbana through meditation? You know? And then he was saying that if that is your goal, your aim, I can teach you. But you have to be kanti. What does it mean by kanti? Be patient, endure. And then I say, okay, what kind of endure that I should expect? And he said, there will be a lot of pain on the leg. So you have to be trained to be not moving, same posture, not slight moving, at least 3 hours, or to the maximum you can do 5 or 7 hours. Then he said, if you want the Nibbana, I can teach you how, the way that I do, teach you the same way. But this is not the common way, where when the meditation teacher teach to the public, the normal meditator, either the Sangha or the lay people come to the meditation center, they don't teach this method because this is difficult not for everyone, right? So usually we teach in a meditation center, he say 1 hour sitting, 1 hour walking meditation. Then you can relax the leg, relax the leg. And then after you have some work, an hour, you come back to sit. After sit, you got pain. Then after an hour, endure a little bit. And then you stand up and walk again. Then you sit again. You have kind of relaxed the legs, and that also relax the mind, because if it is so intense, you might give up after 2-3 days. It's suffering of pain. Then the teacher say, if you have the strong wish for Nibbana, so I can teach you, so you must be patient. Then I said, I think if just for the pain of the legs, or it won't broke, the leg won't broke. But it's just a time when we sit, we have so much worry because of so painful. There's many thoughts come to the mind, say, oh, how about if my leg broken? What if my leg got injured by sitting not moving? A lot of pain, then the many thoughts and worry, anxiety will come. But at that time, you need to have I feel what's helpful is have very, very, very strong faith, confidence in the Dhamma, in the Buddha, for his enlightenment, how he did that. And in the Sangha, those people that in this world, where they have already attained, how they attain, then that possible. But for sure, everyone, how they attain into this spiritual path would different experience, but they reach the same goal. And so my response was that if just the pain of the leg can, brings Nibbana, that's a gift for me. The pain is fine, no problem. You do not need to die, but just the pain of the leg, you just endure it. Yeah. Then that is a kind of a conquer myself. I do not dislike the feeling of pain. When we pain, we want to change the posture. We don't like very stressful with the pain. Just like there are people, this is a nature. Birth, aging, sickness, death. When people get very sick, this is very difficult to endure, the pain of sickness. Some people might think about, okay, how about I end my life earlier without so much suffering with this pain, with this sickness, with this disease that have on me. It's not easy to endure pain. But with the Adhitthana, with the determination, then you see your goal there. And this is the right understanding or the right view for this goal. Then make your determination that you will endure and you reach your goal, no matter how. And I'm not asking everyone here to endure the pain from meditation sitting. I'm not asking that, but you might have your own goal that you want to achieve. Then determination, Adhitthana, need to be there to reach the goal. Need to have strong determination. If you're working 3 days and then you rest for a week and then come back again, the forces is not there. The strength of the mind is not there. It cannot be continuously developed. Either in between there's a break, there's a gap, then it will not help. Just like you are familiar with cooking, right? When you cook a porridge or rice, the halfway before it's fully cooked, you turn off the fire. Could you have a good meal? It's half cooked. The rice is half cooked. Yeah. And the water is half boiled. So in the same way, to end this cycle of rebirth is not easy. Determination needs to be there. That's for a big thing, big project. But for rather small project in your daily life or in your family life, in your career, that what you want to achieve, Adhitthana, the determination need to be there, right? So even though some people, they would have a strong determination, but please make sure the destination, the goal is correct, where there's no, outrack from the right view, which you are wish for something unwholesome, that's not beneficial. So first thing, the right view must be there, what you wish for is something wholesome, is good for you and for other beneficial. Yeah. Then you put your energy, put your efforts, your time, your mind strength. This is also the way, one of the way how to train the mind to be more strong and strong. Yeah, little by little that you every day endure some more, endure some more. This is not to torture ourselves, but this is to train your mind how to be strong. Then I say it to my devotees. I see them like in last January when I back from university back to my country in Malaysia. So I see my devotee getting old year by year, 10 of them, when sitting there, listen to a Dhamma talk, all of them over 80 years old. And one by one, they have a surgery on the knee because of old age. The knee is the first thing that become weak. Yeah, so they have to go through the surgery on the legs one by one. And now all of them have gone through the surgery. Then I see now is retired and old age. This is a golden time for the practice before get very sick. If we got very sick, I believe that your mind would not be happy with the pain that you have to endure. So why not we train our mind little by little every day, through meditation or your daily life to make it strong, even you are very painful, uncomfort during your old age and sickness, you still can have a peace of mind, have kind of calmness at least. And in Buddhism, very important point, at the bed of death, the consciousness, if the unwholesomeness arise in your mind because of the pain, this is danger. Bring you to a different place, different destination of rebirth. Have you ever heard about that from the sutta? Yes, you do. Yes, we do. So we need to train our mind for that. Because for sure we know that will come sooner or later for everyone, right? Daniel, even we are in young age, it still can happen. Not only to the old, there's many things can happen, anicca. Not only after old age only we will die, even in young age, it's possible anytime, any moment. So be ready for that. It's good to train the mind before that come. It might come next month, next week, or tomorrow, or after next moment, we do not know. So if you see in that way, you reflect in that way, you see the importance of training the mind, even though it is pain. I say when sitting meditation, the leg of the sick, like 3 hours, 5 hours, maybe very painful. But we like to choose the thing that pleasant. We do not like the painful feeling and comfort. But when it happens that you are in old age and sick, and you need to go through some surgery, or you have a very difficult time, even the morphine doesn't help, it's still so painful, then you accept that, rather than before that happen, we can train our mind, you don't like the pain of the legs. Compared to that kind of painfulness from surgery, from sickness, when you have no choice, you accept that. But when you have choice, you don't want to sit meditation, you see. Oh, my leg is suffering, so much pain. You don't go for retreat. You don't like now, but when the time comes, when sickness come, old age, you still have to suffer from that. Without ready the mind, that's more suffering. Yeah, and I think retire time, for our devotees, for our friends, this is a golden time to practice. Golden time, why? Because you have all your time, your children grown up, you have your saving for the the remaining of your life, perhaps, and then you have your time. You are free from your duty. You can do your practice, your spiritual practice, you can do your meditation. But please be alert. This time is not like you can count how much time you have. Anytime that is game over, the red light would arise. You do not know when we will leave this world, but before that, let's practice. I feel this important for, Buddhists. As you learn the Dhamma, Otherwise, people might think, oh, this is a time to retire. We go for vacation, for holiday, go here and there, eat delicious food, and do other things that not so important for your next birth. To prepare yourself before the next come, you know? This like not having the right view, then you get distracted to other, essential pleasure thing in this samsara. That is a shame. That is a shame. Then you come again, get rebirth again from baby, then grow up, go to school, after 20 years, graduate, go to work, very busy for about 25 years for the family, then you retire again. Sickness, old age, painful, die. Then come again, so tired. Very tired. Yes. So David, please. You raise your hand.
Yes, this is a very, very inspiring sharing, and it's bringing up a question for me. Because the other day, at the beginning of the Vassa, I made an Adhitthana to meditate for 1 hour.
Yeah. You did it in Dhammadharini. I saw your body leaf. Yes.
So I've been doing it, and it's more than I was meditating before. And the meditation itself is going well. But then during the rest of the day, I feel more lost or more afraid about whether my actions are creating wholesome karma. And I was practicing last night before sleeping, and Venerable Kachina had talked about practicing with each breath like it might be your last breath. And I was trying it, and it was going well, I felt, and then I went to sleep. But then I had very stressful dreams.
Wow.
So I wondered, did I create like a lot of fear, or was there already fear there that then came to the surface? And I wonder if you have any suggestion about how to, is this fear just something that's naturally arising, or am I somehow creating more fear by being afraid that I kind of like having a different rebirth, but just each day when I sleep or when I wake up or each moment, I'm like afraid of having a bad rebirth or something like that. Is that a clear question?
Yes. Thank you for your question. So what I would suggest that it's, when we have dream, sometimes we tend to interpret the dream, right? How it's come and what happened, why I have this kind of dream. But what will be helpful for a yogi or for the meditator is that whatever dreams that you have, when you wake up, put it aside. Don't think about it. Don't try to interpret it. Because when we start to interpret the dream, it brings more thoughts, more thinking. When it brings more thinking, it disturbs your training of the mind because it's distract to other direction. You just have to aware that, okay, that's a dream. Okay, passing away, I wake up. It passed away. That's it. Stop there. If we keep on thinking about, oh, what's the message of the dream and how it comes, why I have this dream last night or the other night, that it distracts the mind to think a lot. Yeah. Hope this help. I see some message here in the chat room. Let me check. Our friends here, demonstrator. Oh, okay. Yeah. My name is Bhikkhuni Sanghamitta. And just now, my Dhamma sister who shared is Samaneri Ariyadhammajivi. So myself from Malaysia and my sister in the Dhamma from Cambodia. Yeah. Okay, I hope you're clear now. Right. Okay, Daniel, you want to share something? Please. You're welcome.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Venerable, about we started the conversation kind of talking about self-mastery, and I was thinking, in the US, especially in our culture, it's very much we don't like the notion of discipline or self-restraint. It bothers us, and we want to have this idea of being able to. We should have the right to do kind of whatever we want, whenever we want. We should be able to pursue our own desires at all times. And I was thinking, when we talk about self-mastery, how common it is for people, not just Buddhists, but everyone everywhere, to want to stop doing things that they can't stop doing. And how I think sometimes our fear of talking about discipline, or that it's, a negative word or something, it drives this kind of environment where a lot of people can't stop and don't know, and how self-mastery can be such a wonderful thing, because it means you can actually do what you're choosing to do. You can actually get out of difficult patterns, or stop smoking, or overeating, or whatever it is that you can't stop doing. And I think of how much a lack of discipline, how difficult that makes that, and what a wonderful thing that sort of self-mastery can be, where you can choose to stop things that hurt you or hurt other people, or have negative consequences. You can decide to do that. Whereas I think it's very uncommon. I think a lot of people really struggle with that, and can't stop doing those things that they desperately wanted.
Yes. I think we have discussed just now, we talk about right view, right? When we have a determination, we want to stop something that we know is unbeneficial to oneself and other. So if it is difficult, then we always come back to our right view. So why I have my intention, why I want to stop this thing? What is my intention? And if this intention is right, is wholesome, that we have the right view, that where we arise have this kind of intention, then we know what is the reason I want to stop it. And what is the beneficial? And what is the unbeneficial if I don't stop it? If we are very clear on this, I think it will help to give us more strength on proceed, on continuously trying. One time cannot, 2 times cannot, like our friends here say 10 times, only 2 times wake up early in the morning, 8 times sleep late, wake up late. So if you're knowing that, because we need to understand there is the habits, the forces of habits that we have been keeping maybe for many years, that we do live in this pattern. And now we listen to the Dhamma, we heard about what unheard before, and we wish to change. When we wish to change, we need a little time, a little longer time. And we might, Ajahn Chah from Thailand, the first monk who has already passed away, in his practice, he said, himself even cry on his practice. Why? Because I want to practice like this, how I can achieve, but I feel when I'm not able to reach that, to develop myself to that point, then I cry. Why I can't do that? I know this is good, but I feel again, because of my habit, I feel again I can't reach that. But if our view is clear, destination is clear, we know no matter how many times I have to try, still I will go for it repeatedly, just like a habit that we have built before, that has been accumulated for a long time, that we're repeating, do the same thing, then it become a habit, become a strong force. In the same way, likewise, when we want to remove it, you have to repeatedly remove it little by little. It will take some time, and never give up, because this is what the thing which is right, beneficial to yourself and to others. So you have keep on doing it. So the forces, the bad habit forces, will become weaker by time, and you will success. But in that process, I've seen the importance of good friends around you. Yes, always stay in a group Sanghamitta group who would always supportive for you to practice, to train yourself in the Dhamma. They will support you. That will make things easier when you go through this process of transformation. That's how I experience. If we walk alone, it's not easy. It's not easy because there are times that our mind is weak. We are alone, we are weak. We need someone to be with us, support us, point out to us. Sometimes we get lost in the middle of the way. We need someone to remind us. So if you have good friends around, make things easy and make things go smoothly and faster. The important is you already have a right view. You will not distract, will not go anywhere. You know where's your destination, but just a matter of time and the efforts that you put in. Yeah. And I believe that you can do that. Because you are continue being here, listen to the Dhamma. In the weekend, you're putting your efforts and your time, spend your time here rather than for other party, shopping, and other stuff, many things you can do, right? Besides maybe drinking or, but you are here. So I see your potential here and your determination to make some change. It's just a matter of time and never give up. Never give up. When we can hear what never heard before, there is something really precious for me because I'm not by birth Buddhist. Is born in the Islam country, not a Buddhist country, and never heard about the Dhamma for 26 years until I become 26 years old. Just by coincidence, one day I watched the movie. I like to watch movie so much. One day when I changed the channel during advertisement, I saw, a bhikkhuni was preaching the Dhamma, and I'm not even can recognize this is a Buddhist nun, The Buddhist bhikkhuni say, why no hair, male or female? Why appear on the TV? And this. Then we heard about what never heard before. Then it struck my mind, why never have anyone tell me about this in my life, that this is something unwholesome? I never know. And I am aware, just start to realize that, has been many years that I have did something that unwholesome in the teaching of the Buddha. Then, okay, just right at that moment, then I tell myself, okay, stop it. You're going to change. Then it just happened like that. The condition arise. And I believe that, we believe at what we have accumulated the merits. When the time ripen, condition ripen, it just happened like that. And that's why in the previous talk, we talk about dana, right? Generosity. We support our sila, samatha. So this is accumulate from life to life. It have a cause and effect. Yeah. So even as the homeless one, still we keep on doing the dana. It might be different way because for the Sangha, we not possess any property. You are not holding any money, right? You live a homeless life. Like even for myself, like right before ordained. So as I read the story of the Buddha, someone saw, the prince, and he has so many vows, and he left everything, didn't bring any jewel or valuable thing with him, just leave home to seek for the liberation from this samsara, the suffering. And then reading that story of the Buddha, then I follow him, doing the same way. How I do? So before ordained, I have a career for like about 10 years after school. Then you give up everything where you donate to the monastery, you give to the charity, and your property share with the sibling. Okay, all transfer by law, then finish everything, clear. No money anymore, then go into ordain. Then you don't thinking about the luxury life. Forget about that. So whatever people offer you, the food you eat, You like or dislike, delicious or bad food, you just accept it. And yeah, and wherever shelter you're given, being offered, then you stay. Only thing that you focus on, whereas the main thing important for your life is only the practice. Only the practice. Then you have free from all the unnecessary thought about the money, about property, about things, all this, no important anymore. What is important? You leave your parents, leave your family, your sibling, only for practice. So don't be distracted by other things worldly things that are not important. Yeah. And that's why I think when your right view is there, you will reach the destination. But so it needs a good friend around. That will be helpful. Yes. Yes, please.
How do you reach the point of like conquering yourself? What are the actual steps towards?
Okay. What are the actual steps? How I conquer myself? Okay, from my own experience, when I reflect back, how I come to this this stage is that the transformation is when I was a lay person. So just like any one of you. So we have our family, we have our career, and we have been dream of what is happiness in life. Then we think, okay, if we have this much property, this much saving in the bank account, I'll be happy because I can get many things, whatever, material thing that I wish for. If I have this big house, if I have this luxury car that I want, I have a good job, a good saving, then I'll be happy. We think by that, I think this is happiness. But when you reach and get all those things that you want, then one day you just feel, why am I still not happy? I have all the things that I thought bring happiness, but why? Now I have those everything, but still why I'm not happy? So what is happiness? And then one day, I really wish that someone would tell me what is happiness in life and how to get happiness. And because my family was from Taoist family from China, my ancestor, and then so we believe in Taoism. And I remember at my 17, I used to ask my father, when you grow up, teenage, then you have your own problem that maybe you do not want to talk to your parents. You think they would not help you to solve the problem. And then you think, oh, how to solve my problem? Then I was asking my father, is there any scripture in Taoism that could teach us how to solve the problem in our life? Then he said, I don't know, because every day I just pray and I burn the incense, ask for the protection. But beyond that, my father said, I think no scripture. I never read any scripture. The Taoist Chinese, usually they just like burning the stake, ask for protection. Normally, commonly do like that. And then when there's no scripture, then I think, okay, put it aside. Nothing can help. Until 26 years old, and my 26, I heard about Dhamma for the first time. Then I start to do reading of the Buddhist book, and start to do volunteer work to see the poor, the sick, very sick people that 1 year they could not take bath, cannot shower because they're paralyzed, cannot get up from the bed and have any family member, all die, only left one. So you see how people could suffer from the sickness from old age like this that never seen before in your family or in your relative, among your friends. And because being the volunteer for about 2 years, seeing all these, I feel these all are Dhamma, just like to manifest and show you in the real life among you, around you. So then, and by reading the text, the sutta myself, then I feel urgency of this life, how precious it is to practice. Otherwise, time pass, you'll not wait until when you go old, and then you start to practice to train the mind. It's better to start now. So after 2 years as a volunteer, then I tried to ask permission from my parents to get ordained, but they are not Buddhists. And they felt so difficult to let go. So difficult. They say, and my father say, you can do the full-time volunteer work. Now you are doing part-time after office hour, you go to help people, but you can do full-time if you like. No problem. You can resign from your job, no problem, but not become a nun. Don't leave home. If you leave home, how can we see you anymore when we miss you? So don't leave home, just stay and then be volunteer for full-time as you like, you know. But after, this is the Adhitthana, determination to get ordained. So after 3 years, another 3 years, then during the funeral of my grandma, someone very close to me and to my mother and my father, then they start to understand. I said, I make a second request again. I want to get ordained. And at that I share the Dhamma, what the Buddha teach. I say, now grandma has died. Everyone cry during the funeral. I sang this during the funeral and say, what do you think? Where she go? She go rebirth again, come again. And I'm not sure whether it's human being or animals or in the Peta realm, in the hungry ghost realm, we do not know, or Deva realms. They come again, baby, then grow up again, and then go old, get sick, and then die again. Everyone cry again. They say, so tired. This is very tired. I tell my father. And then because of that condition there, and the, in the funeral, he came to understand this reality of the Dhamma. Then he said, okay, if you will get more happy by getting ordained, though it's very difficult for me to let go, but because your happiness, I let you go. Yeah, I give you my best wishes. This is how I come true. I think because after we try, usually people are like that, they try their best to find the happiness, the pleasure in this world. When they find that it's useless, there's no permanent happiness, things always change. What you get now, it might change. What a good relationship you have, it might change after some time. Things are changing, not impermanent. Your loved one will live, and many things just happen because of anicca. This is a universal law of impermanence of this world. Nothing is permanent. Our body, outside thing, material thing, the same. Even our mind always change. If we can control our mind when we sit meditation, no problem. But how many of us, can you ask your mind not to think? It doesn't listen to you. It changes all the time, right? Otherwise, we're already enlightened now, everyone. So things always change. So it's better to train our mind. Then we can get happy. And finally, even you let go of the happiness, what is happy and unhappy? It's just peaceful. When we have no attachment to what I like, what I dislike, then nothing more can bother you. Yes. But it requires a lot of training, development of the mind, not only this life, many life. But at least we do our work. Day by day in this life, at least. They are coming the next. As we are aware about that, we just keep on doing our work, hour by hour, day by day, seeing that, one day could reach there. Right? Eileen, Daniel, Davis, Mima, Paula. Yeah.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Hey. I think almost the time now. Now it's 2:25. We got another 5 minutes. So if there's any last question here on the floor or online, if not, we will share the merits and see you again next time. Okay, so I think we share merits together. Today we have a discussion of the Dhamma, of the spiritual path, and the cycle of rebirth. This is something very important, profound, and it is a long journey. It depends on each and every one of us, how much we have accumulated, the merits that we have, and the parami, the profession that we have, how much we have done. And we are still here because there are still things haven't done, haven't perfected in our practice, and we will together move on, continue our practice together in a group where we're supporting each other. Now I bring this up to share and remind everyone here in the group, but there are times that also you are reminding me about the practice that I might forget at some point of my, my practice, when people get so busy or, condition change, things might happen. So we need each other on the path. So let us share this merit with ourselves and other people here and all the devas that protect those practice on the path, who live by the Dhamma, for all the seen and unseen beings around us, for those who haven't heard about the Dhamma, may they also have the opportunity, have the condition arise that could hear what and heard before and have transformation and make themselves more happy and peaceful in their life, and grow in the Dhamma and grow in wisdom. So please bring to your mind for those people or relative family members that you wish to share these merits with by the chanting. Sabbetiyo vivajantu, sabbarogo vinasatu, mate bhavantu antarayo, sukhi digayuko bhava abhiva, dhanasili sanicang buddha pachayino, chattaro dhamma vajanti, ayuvano sukhang balang, ayurarogya sampati, saga sampati mevacha, ato nibbana sampati, iminate samijatu. I wish that you attain nibbana, the full enlightenment, at the earliest opportunity. Buddhang sasanam chirang titatu, Buddha sasanam chirang titatu, Buddha sasanam chirang titatu. May the teaching of the Buddha last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, everyone, online and on the floor.
Thank you.
And we can share again next time. Yeah, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.